What is going on, gamers and girls? I am coming at you guys with a Platinum 1 only. So he's a Platinum 1 player, I'm a Platinum 1 player, replay. I believe I got this like when I was Platinum 2 or whatever, but I've achieved the maximum rank for the third time, piloting this Zoodiac. The going second Zoo, so I'm not sure if we won the die roll or he did. The beautiful thing about the Zoodiac is it always gets to go second because everybody wants to go first. We kind of drew a poor hand, so we don't really have much we can do. Hand trap wise, we have none. We do have double called by and Droplet. So Droplet is a good card. The other two are not so great. He's Drytroning. So I know this deck pretty well. I know what it's trying to do. I know that hopefully Forbidden Droplet is going to be a good card here, and it'll allow me to play the game. I don't think he plays it perfectly, but again, I want to highlight kind of the difficulty of the Drytron deck. Natasha is a really strong card, and he does prioritize Natasha. He grabs it here, but unfortunately, as you guys will see, he doesn't really manage everything correctly. So he's Drytroning off. I can't interact, unfortunately. We just, we play a lot of hand traps, like 15 hand traps almost, maybe 15 hand traps, and we just draw absolutely none of them, unfortunately, in this hand. We do have Bunny Blast and Ram, so at least we have Zoos, and we have one of our very powerful going second, probably our best going second card, Forbidden Droplet, so that's good. He has Herald of Ultimateness, and then in his end phase, he's gonna Eva and just do so much stuff here. Getting ads and getting negates in his hands, but luckily one of the very best cards we can have right at this moment is Forbidden Droplets, so we can Droplet his Ultimateness. Thoroughblade, we cannot discard Ram, except we can because we are called buying Ash for sure. He is going to chain his Beatrice. I am going to be allowed to do my Ram thing, just discarding my Ram and doing my kind of typical Zoo, prototypical Zoo Wombo combo of, make Tridents and pop whatnot. Maybe I don't quite go for it because I'm not going into a completely empty board. I think the right thing to do here is just make Hammer Kong attack over his, The right thing to do here is definitely attack over his 0 defense card, and then main phase 2, simply make a Trident. I don't think I need to make Trident here. I think this is just kind of a for fun thing. Anyway, it ends up being fine because he just goes ahead and Orange Lights. I have the second Call By, so that's pretty cool. It's a very good going second card. Call By is just really good. Semi-limited for a reason. Anyway, Trident will resolve, and I believe we have to go for a Zeus play here. I'm not 100% sure. So we go for Shock and Eye, and then we're going to Shock and Eye, try to bring back our Trident. We do that, so I think we just actually maybe set up the Zoo. That's weird, because we go into Tiger Mortar, and then Tiger Mortar, so we just basically make this Trident for absolutely no reason. I think that was just a bit of a misplay, because we're just gonna Zeus everything away, regardless. So we could have summoned Ram and gotten a Ram proc, which would have been way better, but we didn't do that. So he went some to lose some. Maybe we could have even got a Ram into a Bunny Blast proc, and then could have been rocking and rolling that way. Would have had a Zoo on the board as well. We go ahead and boom, Zeus his Zeus's board. He tries to Orange Light, guys. You gotta know what Call by the Grave does. Card's so good in the meta. So when your hand trap gets called by, you need to know it's until the end of the next turn. You still can't do it. So he ends up throwing away a lot of his advantage for just about no reason. Summoning back the Ultimateness. But as far as we know, he doesn't have any hand traps, or he doesn't have any fairies in his hand, besides the Natasha. So he's going to go for the Diviner, popping my Zeus. I still have Zoo in my hand, so that is good. He may have already... Oh, he goes in this weird Cyber's Quantal Dragon. So he already discarded Natasha with the Herald of the Orange Light. So yeah. This means that he has no cards to negate the inherent summons of the Zoos. And yep, we're going to go Hammer Kong, Hammer Kong. It has the Rat Pier effect on, or not the Rat Pier, sorry, wrong Zoos. Way more balanced. Whiptail effect that we can just banish it. So, boom, we're going to do that, and then we're just going to overlay for our Shokunai and do our Shokunai. Bring back Trident. Overlay Tiger Mortar onto Shokunai. You know, attach a material to Trident. This is our bread and butter. Do this all the stinking time. In this deck, so we're just doing Zoo stuff. Our Zoo combo. We even drew Zoodiac combo, which is a card that we actually no longer run. This card really didn't do anything for me here, and if it was the card that I've cut it for, it would have been different, certainly, but it doesn't make a huge difference. So we end up attaching this card to our Trident, but we just popped it with a card anyway, so it didn't need that, and perhaps another card would have been better suited in the deck. And I'll talk about the card that I made the substitution for whenever I make my deck profile. Alright, and then we draw another card that we have substituted out, Solemn Judgment, so it's kind of funny to draw the two cards that we've most recently cut. Actually, maybe we left Solemn Judgment in. I don't really remember. Solemn Judgment is an interesting conundrum. We're playing a going second deck, so I think I did cut it because I think we just want to commit further to the going second strategy, and I think that allowed me to find a higher win rate as I kind of grinded more towards the top. So. Because obviously in the middle and in the bottom I was just kind of beating up on whatever kind of rogue I was finding. So we're just doing Zoo stuff. He can't clear our board, so we're able to just make a big 2800 Shokunai, and we're able to make this pretty beautiful utopic future. So I think we could have had a Dryden with a bunch of materials instead of this Shokunai, but I kind of brainlessly went for game. I was like, oh, I gotta make as much damage as I can make, but man, he didn't draw a Drytron or a Ritual Monster, which is unfortunate for him. He certainly didn't play that optimally, but I think that's part of the challenge with playing Drytron. Such a mentally taxing and not a deck you should really play on the ladder if you're not a highly technically skilled player. So. Hope you guys enjoyed just seeing the Zoo deck that does pretty much the same play every single turn, beat the 500 IQ Drytron deck. So I thought it was pretty funny at least. All right, peace.